Last video we looked at the book as a whole, heat, correlation, circuit breakers. This video is about what happens when the book is built and the market starts leaning the other way. You don't buy fire insurance after the house burns down. In trading, the equivalent is thinking about protection before the market turns against you, not after. We'll cover 4 ideas: why the whole book moves together, the 3 tools you can reach for, when to reach for them, and where the platform fits in. Here's the first idea. When most of your positions are long and the market is in a risk-on mood, the book is effectively one directional bet. Individual stocks have their own stories, sure. But on any given day, a big chunk of every stock's move is just the market itself moving. In a risk-on tape, when the index pushes up, most of your longs push up with it. 5 longs green, 10 longs green looks brilliant. But the tape doesn't stay risk-on forever. And when it turns, a policy shift, a weak print, a rotation, the same longs that move together up move together down. This is the second version of the correlation problem from last video. Even if your positions aren't all in one sector, they can still all lean the same direction. Long in a rising market. 10 longs in a risk-on tape isn't 10 trades. It's one bet on the regime holding. Which means when the regime turns, you don't just have 10 small problems. You have one big problem. So what does a trader actually do about it? There are 3 common tools. We'll spend most of this video on the second, but all 3 are worth naming upfront. The first is the simplest. Size down. Close a couple of positions or tighten stops on the rest and let the exposure come down on its own. Sizing down is the free lever. It doesn't cost anything. It's always available. It's usually the first thing to reach for. The second tool is taking the other side of the tape. Adding short trades alongside the longs, so when the market turns, the shorts offset some of the damage the longs take. The third tool is options-based hedging, things like protective puts. Those belong in a deeper conversation, and we cover them in the options track. For this video, they're on the list but not the focus. The reason we're focusing on shorts is that the platform already surfaces them. The same quality checks that produce long alerts run in the other direction too. Shorts are a first-class setup type, not an afterthought. Before we get to how shorts balance the book, we need to cover what actually triggers the thought of hedging in the first place. The moment to start thinking about a hedge isn't random. It's tied to what the broader market is doing. Picture a dial, left side, risk on. The market is rewarding risk-taking. Everything green, buyers in control. Middle of the dial, caution. The tape is choppy. Leaders stop leading. Breadth narrows. Right side, risk off. Defensive names leading, cyclicals underperforming, volatility climbing, breadth broken. When the dial reads caution or risk off, and your book is sitting in 10 longs, that's the signal to start thinking about hedging. The dial doesn't flip every day. Most days it's in the middle and you don't need a hedge. The whole point is to recognize the days when the setup has changed. The specific indicators people watch vary. Sector rotation, volatility regime, index structure, breadth. The platform shows a reading of the broader market alongside the alert screen. The reading doesn't tell you what to do, it tells you what's happening. Now to the central idea of this video, how shorts actually balance a long heavy book. The tape has 2 sides. When a stock's momentum sets up to move up, that's a long setup. When a stock's momentum sets up to move down, that's a short setup. Both are real, both come through the platform. On most days, the platform is generating both kinds, longs and shorts side by side. In a strong risk-on tape, the long setups outnumber the shorts. In a risk-off tape, the shorts outnumber the longs. Here's the picture. Your book has 10 long positions. The dial reads risk-off. The screen today shows 3 clean short setups. Those 3 shorts, if added, don't undo the 10 longs. But they rebalance the book. If the market continues risk-off, some of what the longs give back, the shorts recapture. The key reframe here, traders who do this are not adding shorts as a conviction bet that the market will crash. They're adding them as balance. The shorts work as a hedge whether or not the risk-off regime persists, small winners in either direction, rather than compounding losses in one. Nothing is free. Adding 3 short positions uses up 3 slots under your count cap from last video. It raises your total portfolio heat. It still needs stops and targets like any other trade. So the hedge earns its keep when the math works. The cost of 3 small short positions, slots, heat, attention, should be small compared to the loss they'd offset if the longs all turn south together. This also means shorts used as hedges tend to be sized conservatively. The goal isn't to make a fortune on the shorts. It's to smooth the book's path through a hostile regime. The discipline is, read the regime, look at the short setups the platform is already surfacing, and add balance, not conviction. So where does the platform fit in all this? The platform analyzes the tape in both directions. Every day, long setups and short setups come through the same quality process, identical analysis for every user. What the platform doesn't do is tell you what your book should look like. It doesn't know your positions. It doesn't know your risk appetite. It doesn't recommend that you add shorts today. What the platform does do is give you a clear picture. The regime reading on one side, the short setups and the long setups on the other. You see both sides of the tape. You decide what the book should look like. The platform surfaces, you compose, that's the line and it doesn't move. So here is the frame. When the book is long heavy in a risk-on tape, you have one bet on the regime, not a diversified book. Correlation you didn't choose. 3 tools to counter: sizing down, taking the other side of the tape, options-based hedges covered in the options track. For most days, the first 2 are enough. This closes track 3. We've covered why risk beats entry, how to size a position, where stops sit, where targets sit, how the whole book behaves, and when and how to hedge. The next track you'll see from here will change topic, and the risk management frame will carry into everything after it. This is educational content, and is not a recommendation to buy or sell any security.